Shannon created her channel on April 4, 2016, and started uploading. Shannon Margaret Campbell, better known online as Creepshowart, was an American YouTuber known for her commentary, art, and storytime videos. In early June 2021, she became infamous after she was exposed for her racist and transphobic comments on the website LolCow Farm, backstabbing and shit-talking her friends, and for stalking and harassing Emily Artful for more than a decade in an extremely obsessive way. She also gained controversy for how she handled the Hopeless Peaches situation. Career. Shannon created her channel on April 4, 2016, and started uploading videos on March 20, 2018, starting out making storytime videos, and subsequently other miscellaneous content tours, art rage series, and then rants over her footage of drawing pieces of artwork. Her first video is titled Addicted to Porn. Storytime, Creepshowart. Shannon shifted her content to make primarily commentaries on controversial people, circumstances and pop culture. Collaborations. Even though Shannon doesn't like to collaborate in videos, she named a lot of fellow art and commentary YouTubers as her friends. Shannon has been cited as an inspiration of several YouTubers such as Nania and prison mate Luke. She has also cited Reddy Toggler, D'Angelo Alice, Regin and Lo Elaine as her closest friends. She was also close with Omnia and their then boyfriend, Prince Kai, and the three shared a Discord server together amongst others. When Thuman became a victim of racist harassment, Shannon made a video regarding the subject and was thanked by her. And Thuman even gained 7K subscribers after Shannon encouraged people to subscribe to her. She is a huge Corpse Husband fan and was elated to play Among Us with him. When Shannon's channel was facing issues with YouTube, Ethan Klein asked Susan Wojcicki to look into the issue. Personal life. Shannon was born on May 13, 1993, in the United States. She lived in her van with her husband Anthony Parker for years and recorded early videos inside there due to alleged homelessness. She lives in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States. She has claimed that she identifies as pansexual. Controversies. Delusion and spreading misinformation. Shannon accused British actress Jamila Jamil of disability faking. However, this came off as ableist to many, and her subscribers criticized her for this. Shannon also allegedly spread misinformation about a drag queen spreading revenge child pornography and nudes. In a situation where victims were coming forward about her friend's alleged sexual misconduct. In the video, she spoke about drag race drama and provided the misunderstood evidence. Despite nowhere in it was any form of nudes or sexual content, Tara Christine Taylor's video exhibited Shannon of deluding about several people such as Jaclyn Hill's father, and would use the "I'm just joking" excuse as justification. False racism and sexism accusations. Shannon accused YouTuber Manga Cayman of being a sexist, reasoning that he didn't swear in her presence. She took the fact that he didn't swear in front of her due to the fact that she was woman and he likely assumed she couldn't handle it. Many people thought Shannon was overreacting and petty. Another time she said Hopeless Peaches was racist because she had an argument with Omnia, who happened to be black. Shannon said Peaches was trying to make herself look like an innocent white girl, despite the fact that Peaches never mentioned their race. Hopeless Peaches situation. Shannon reportedly tweeted on December 1, "Before I hit 100K, I was friends with another creator. This creator later spread lies about me, told people I was psychotic, and I screamed at her and basically poisoned potential friendships with other people in the art community." In another tweet, she called out Hopeless Peaches by name, writing, "This tweet was about Hopeless Peaches." Finding out that she had told multiple creators who she knew I admired that I screamed at her, and attacked her, when I viewed her as a little sister F. King sucked. After Shannon came out with her experiences with prison mate Luke, this encouraged multiple other people such as Omnia, Kai Weiss, Avrona and Camila Cuevas to make claims against Peaches. A lot of these claims have been debunked by several YouTubers, including Harley TBS, Just Stop, Just a Robot, Molly Malware and Hopeless Peaches herself. Hopeless Peaches responded to the allegations made against her by several YouTubers, including what Creepshowart tweeted. On March 18, Hopeless Peaches made a second and final response to the accusations, which further debunked Shannon's claims. Hearing Peaches' side of the story changed a lot of things, like the fact that several of CSA's screenshots were doctored. Even Shannon's former friend who wrote the document exposing Peaches called her out. Her response to Toby's video was also criticized, as she didn't own up to her past actions and doesn't research for her videos, often leaving out context and important information. Shannon also claimed Peaches leaked her phone number and doxed her, but Just Stop proved these to be lies. Despite being outed for lying in this drama, she still says her words are true and still defends prison mate Luke. Lolcow Forum. In June 2021, Shannon became subject to accusations for engaging in the internet gossip forum Lolcow Farm. The controversy started to escalate after a Lolcow Farm admin had revoked Shannon's anonymity and obtained Shannon's posts through her IP address. Owing to for breaking the site's rules for anonymously advertising herself, deceptively post about herself in the third person, and other commitments, the admin had also created a full post history, compiling her anonymous posts reflected by the IP. Numerous users outside the forum expressed their vexation for her use of words in forum posts. Trash-talking and backstabbing on certain YouTube users like Hopeless Peaches and utilizing contemptuous slurs for black people, transgender people, and disabled people. Antunes also found out about the controversy and has mentioned it on his community post, jokingly asking his community if anyone remembered when she called him a transphobe and a backstabber. On June 4, 2021, a Twitter user DishSoup1234 tweeted a thread expanding the awareness on an accusation. During this controversy, on June 5, 2021, Shannon wrote a paragraph on YouTube community post alleging that her concealed stalker had been impersonating her. And regarding the IP address, the post received relatively negative reception. Plenty of users criticized for her lack of knowledge on IP's functionality, cookie functionality. And large portion of users criticized her high probability of lying throughout the post. A few days after the allegations came out, Shannon posted a community post which read as the following. This post just going up because I need to talk about this, and let you know what's going on. The earlier today I got a message, saying that I had doxed a relative, that I had been called out for saying certain things about myself and other creators, and more on a hate forum. And I was confused. Because I hadn't done that. I would remember doing that. Especially the doxing. That's so firmly against what I stand for and I don't believe in doing that, even to someone I loathe. However, after being sent screenshots of what I allegedly said about me, myself, my friends, and most importantly my relative, I realized what had happened. A couple years back I made a video about how I had been stalked for over 8 years by a woman I called Amy. That's not her real name, because I was protecting her identity. I talked in detail about that situation, how it affected me and what I had to do in that situation to keep myself safe. But I also discussed how Amy and I kind of reconciled at the end of that, and came to an understanding. She even liked the video and supported me making it. We kept in contact over the past couple years, and I thought I kept a good amount of distance between us, never letting her close enough to hurt me again. Apparently I am really shitty at that. Obviously, I was wrong, because she has gone back to doing what she has always done. Which is to try to hurt me, try to turn the people in my life against me, and salivate at the idea of me losing everything. She did this for years, even when I didn't have anything, to the point where when I was dating my husband, she sent him text messages telling him I was a horrible person and he should leave me. She made fake Facebook accounts to tell people about what a terrible person I was, and she spent years fucking with me. Non-stop. To the point where I just wanted to end it. I had a sneaking suspicion she had been going back to this earlier this year, when I started receiving more and more images of self-harm and abuse in my inbox. Because that was one of the biggest things she would do to me. I didn't want to believe it though, because I am a polarizing creator, and some people on the internet just don't have boundaries. It's why I had to shut down my Instagram, and low-key why I had to shut down Twitter. I've stated publicly and behind the scenes that the amount of harassment I have received has gone down by 100% when I deleted Twitter, and I now know why. Because of Amy. When she was harassing me in high school, I would get so many images of self-harm and self-injury that it would cause me to shut down emotionally, and I had confided in her, back when we were friends. That was one of my biggest sore spots. Seeing something like that was just the number one way to hurt me online. So when it started happening in excess again, I started to think that maybe it was her. Maybe she had gone back to that way of being. But I didn't want to think that because we had been so good the last time we talked. The last time we emailed it had been lovely, with her catching me up on my life and me doing the same back. I didn't know she was going to use everything to try to paint me as something I am not. And I didn't think I needed to use a VPN so she wouldn't get my IP address. She had shown me pictures of her daughter, and been so supportive of my channel. I thought we were okay. But I was wrong. Because she's been posting on certain sites, posing as me, spoofing my IP, doxing my family members, writing things about myself and my friends, sending me death threats from other accounts. Making false accounts to spam my comment sections, spamming the comment sections of my friends saying hateful things about me in order to get them to drop me. And just all around doing what she did years ago. That's not it, of course, but the amount of time and energy she has put into this is well beyond what I thought she was capable of, and as far as I can tell, she's been doing this for well over a couple of years. That is not to say I haven't messed up, or been rightfully criticized, mind you. I am not blaming her for people being critical of me. I don't know how she did it, I don't know why she did it, but the moment my relative was brought up out of the blue, I knew it was her. She has literally always been obsessed with my relative, to the point of constantly bringing them up in our conversations, asking me about them, and using them to hurt me even in high school. So I am sending out a cease and desist. And if it comes to it, I will be filing a full restraining order. I don't want to have to do that, because she has a daughter and this will go on her record. Which will keep her from being able to get a job and providing for that child, and I keep going in circles in my head about this because I don't know what's right in this situation. But I also don't want this to continue. I just want this to be done. All I have ever wanted was for this to be done. And it's getting to the point where I have to protect myself and my family. I just wanted to update you guys. Because there is that narrative floating around now that I said terrible things about myself and doxed a relative of mine online, and it's not fucking true. All I can say is that it's not fucking true. I completely understand if no one believes me. I understand if I lose friends over this. But the fact that it's been over 10 years of this shit is exhausting. The fact that 2 fucking years ago I made a video about this exact thing happening, about this person doing this to me, going to these extremes, hopefully says a lot. This has been going on for nearly half of my fucking life and I am tired of it. I am going to be keeping the rest of this offline, where it belongs, so if you have questions, I'm sorry. I'm not answering them, but I wanted to address it. Again, I talked about this 2 fucking years ago. Only to have her go around and do this shit again. I am learning every day how much time she dedicated to harassing me, and it goes deeper than I ever thought. This community post was debunked by multiple different creators, such as Kai Weiss and Harley TBS. It has been made very clear that Shannon was lying while making the post. Emily Artful. With a leak of the lolcow posts, Emily tweeted, "This just needs to be said. This woman has tormented me for years and years. I know her because my ex-boyfriend dated her after me. I moved on, but they continued to harass and stalk me," and attached a notes at post where she detailed how Shannon harassed her. The Twitter thread went on to read, "The fact that she is saying her stalker did all of this to frame her is fucking hilarious because she has literally been making fake Emily Artful accounts all over the internet for years to try and cancel me over the most random shit. What's even more fucked up is she'd fabricate this drama and then make sock puppet accounts posing as a viewer concerned and then would send me the screenshots that she took. When she first started out doing YouTube, she would deliberately copy my thumbnails or titles. Then message me under a sock puppet account saying, 'OMG, creepshowart is copying you,' egging me on to attack her. But guess what? I never did. I very politely asked her to maybe change her title, but also said it's her channel and she can do whatever she wants with it. She was very nice in response and agreed to change it. Then I guess she went to lolcow to claim that Emily Artful is bullying small creators. With zero proof BC, as I said, I was very polite. Then she screenshot that post and sent it to me under another sock puppet. I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a long time. Emily has stated that Shannon and her boyfriend have stalked her over 3 phones and 3 laptops, and she is gathering the evidence. Many fans remembered that her second video was about her ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend who stalked her, and they have speculated that the ex-girlfriend is creepshowart. However, Emily later said on Twitter that it wasn't her, it was someone else. On June 12, 2021, Emily uploaded a 2-hour-long video where she chronicled the abuse and harassment Shannon and her husband had put her through, with evidence. This included threatening to release comprising images of her from when she was 15, threatening the lives of her children, mocking her for being an addict, making Twitter accounts with the sole intent of gaslighting her and getting her fired from her job as a receptionist by claiming she was a prostitute and they were her clients. Emily also revealed that Shannon's husband, Anthony Parker, had raped her while she was unconscious. Shannon had met Anthony at their job, and they chose to voluntarily be homeless, partially to fuel Anthony's dreams of being a wannabe rock star. Despite Shannon claiming in her earlier videos that being homeless was something that she was forced into and made her life miserable, Emily also noted that Shannon called her stalker Amy, which sounded like her real name. She had also claimed she was jealous of Amy, that she dressed like a goth and that she would bring boys to her house through her window, which sounded like she was describing Emily. Shannon had previously stated she wanted to keep her husband's name secret due to privacy reasons. But Emily's revelations made some theorize that it was to ensure her reputation wasn't stained by marrying a rapist. According to Emily, what started the feud between the two was when Anthony recorded a song which involved a segment of Shannon singing, and she had insulted Shannon's voice, calling it weak, which fueled them to hack her Facebook account and release her personal information, despite her later begging them to leave her alone and apologizing. Emily ended the video by saying that she wasn't scared of Shannon anymore and that there was nothing she could do that could hurt her. As soon as Emily had announced she was exposing Shannon and her husband, they both deleted all their social media accounts. Many people such as Cat Black, Just a Robot and Harley TBS expressed their sympathy under the exposed video. Meanwhile, Shannon's own video about her stalker was flooded with comments calling her out and was mass disliked. Her video on why pride exists and straight pride doesn't exist was similarly mass disliked and had comments from her former friends such as Nani I stating they were ashamed of her sibling. Shannon doxed her sibling, Jem, while they were in the intensive care unit. Before, she made posts on Reddit claiming Jem called her a racist white nationalist, claiming they would insult her body and caused her to have an eating disorder, and said that they called Anthony abusive and hated him as he was a straight white male. She also said that when she came out as bisexual, Jem said she wasn't gay enough to be part of the LGBT community. They alleged that Shannon and their parents were homophobic and hated them for being gay, but Shannon claimed her parents were nothing but supportive and paid bills to the point they went in debt. Shannon eventually cut Jem off when their father had a heart attack and was hospitalized for 2 months, and they refused to visit him, despite their mother begging them to. She also revealed that they both had a brother, Bobby, who died, and Jem would claim that he was jealous of them. Jem was hospitalized in March 2021, and reached out to Shannon for support, only for Shannon to dox them onto lolcow. However, this action was what led the lolcow admins to revoke her anonymity. Even though Shannon had referred to Jem as a female and with she/her pronouns in the Reddit post, Jem is actually non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, making Shannon's behaviors towards them transphobic. After multiple people came out with their side of the story with Shannon, Jem decided to do the same. They revealed that they caught Shannon in the act of spamming Emily Artful with hateful messages, and that they believed that Anthony was abusive and both of them were capable of doing harmful things. While Shannon had claimed they had a dead brother, he was actually a cousin, and Shannon only referred to him as a brother after he passed. Even an ex-friend of Shannon's, Loki Coulter, corroborated the claims. In Shannon's response video, she would claim Loki assaulted her and was abusive but presented no evidence. Return. Instagram messages. On July 7, 2021, she reactivated her Instagram and left up her Instagram story where she insisted she was innocent. She attempted to get Gabby Hanna to make a video about Ready to Glare, but that failed. She then messaged Tipster, saying, "You want me to talk to you after you commented on my husband's channel because of a provably false rape accusation? Really? You thought that was smart, . Tipster replied by telling her that he was no longer talking to her, but she went on to insult him further, which caused him to finally call her out for betraying all her friends in her attempt to get Gabby to make a video on Ready to Glare, before blocking her. Tipster made a video of what happened, which caused her husband to delete his channel. The same day Shannon made a response video to Emily, she made an Instagram story about Tipster, thinking that he wouldn't see it because he is blocked. But she didn't know Tipster made a new account and was able to see her Instagram story. He debunked a lot of her slanderous claims about him and responded to her claims of him being a shitty journalist, and he ended by offering to send back all the money she had sent him in total. after Shannon mocked him for crying tears of joy when she sent him money during a live stream during the time they used to be friends. Response video. On December 31, 2021, Shannon uploaded a 2-hour video titled The Lies of Emily Artful, where she responded to Emily's video, as well as controversies regarding Kevin Coulter, her sibling, and other people. She also made a whole section on her Instagram dedicated to Emily. However, this video was met with massive backlash, because despite Shannon claiming to debunk Emily's claims, she never did. In fact, the entire video is further proof that she indeed stalked Emily in an obsessive manner. She also kept bringing up bad things Emily did in the past despite them not being relevant to the controversy, and Emily having already apologized for them. She also claimed that Emily was forced into camming by a former friend of hers. Some people didn't even consider the things Emily did bad because they were just things like petty insults and mean jokes. The video quickly became infamous and was dislike-bombed, with all the comments being angry at her and siding with Emily. Even other YouTubers like That Creepy Reading and The Viewer's Voice called her out. Following the video, Shannon once again abandoned her channel and ran away. Shannon also attached a Google document with evidence which was nothing but old posts that had no relevance to the situation. She ended the video by saying, "I am done. The video is over. I am not coming back to YouTube. I have learned that the only people I can count on in my life are the people who actually know me, and that if a random person says I stalked them with no evidence, people I genuinely admired would just go with it. Two people who I barely know anymore, who literally have years of statements saying they hate me, came and co-signed this bullshit, meanwhile literally no one in my life. Not one friend that I am actually close to came forward. And no one presented any evidence that holds up to even a little bit of speculation. Which is why every lawyer, police officer and Emily took this to immediately said she didn't have a case. Meanwhile every lawyer I went to said I did, and was eager to pursue this. Tipster said that if I was able to prove that I didn't actually stalk Emily, that he would apologize to me. And to that I say fuck you, you absolutely disgusting person. You maliciously attacked my husband because you couldn't scroll down on Emily's Instagram and find the multiple posts that debunk her story. There is a reason your content stays getting fewer views than everyone else in the YouTube commentary community, and that's because it's terrible, lazy, and reductive. You should rename your channel Secondhand News, since you can't be fucked to actually research anything before opening your ugly mouth. You aren't a reporter, you are a joke. Just know that you are a terrible person, truly, and you are just as bad as Emily, if not worse, for supporting a mob with no evidence while stating to be a journalist. To the people who reached out and said I don't care if you did it, I still love your content, you're fucking weird. That's not comforting. To the people who told me to kill myself, you almost got what you wanted. To everyone else, go touch some fucking grass. Contradictions. In Shannon's response video, she made a lot of contradictions that both commenters and other YouTubers pointed out. Shannon claimed that she never stalked Emily, yet she brought up journal entries, old Twitter accounts, old Facebook accounts, old MySpace accounts and old DeviantArt accounts from when Emily was 13 years old. She also accidentally blurted that she knew what colors the wallpaper was at Emily's house. Shannon also claimed Amy, her stalker, was real and not Emily. To prove this, she showed screenshots of her emailing someone named Amy, and referring to them by that name. But in her community post she says Amy was a pseudonym she invented to keep her real name secret. Shannon claimed to have called the police about the issue but never showed a police report. She also claimed to have gotten law enforcement involved and said that they said she had a case, but some theorized that either Shannon is lying, or the person she talked to was a fraud, lied to her, or just said on purpose to make sure she fell in her face and looked stupid in public. Because a proper lawyer would tell her to take the matter to court and not post a video which seemed to prove Emily is in the right. Though as Augie RFC went over her video, Emily Artful appeared in the chat and revealed that Shannon's lawyer has spoken to hers. On January 21, 2022, Emily tweeted that she received confirmation that the letter sent to her by Shannon was from an actual law firm. Shannon got angry at her former friends for not defending her, but earlier she said that they shouldn't defend her. Shannon said that Amy had made a lot of posts that were hateful towards fat people and women, but Shannon herself had made racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic and other bigoted statements on lolcow. Channel termination. On April 13, 2023, the Creepshowart YouTube channel was terminated. The official reasoning being is that the channel received multiple third-party copyright claims,